Chess Chat is the only television program in the United States that presents chess in the way we do it. We try to be entertaining, we try to actually inform, educate our viewers as far as the world of chess, which is a fascinating world. If more people took up chess, and especially young players, they would actually be exposed to critical thinking, learning logic. I mean, I think this is very valuable for especially youngsters, you know, at early age, to learn to be critical in their thinking. Because I want to let people know that chess is a fantastic game, but it's also an art, it's a science, it's a sport. The world of chess has a wealth of information about chess. We could go on forever talking about chess players, chess events. I and my co-host will never run out of material for Chess Chat.
Hello and welcome to Discussing Fitchburg Now. I'm your host, Sam Squalia. This show is jam-packed. We've got all kinds of guests tonight. We're talking about the fundraiser to Feed the Hungry in Leominster coming up on Saturday. Then we're talking about Coming Together Concert 2019. We're talking about Breakfast for the Bands, and we're also going to be talking about fostering change. So up now, I have Chris Brolette.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
So you're the drummer for the band Side Effects.
Yes.
And you're going to be playing the fundraiser to Feed the Hungry for the holidays.
Yes, we are. This is a fundraiser to Feed the Hungry for, it's basically for people who normally don't ask for help. And the North Worcester County Exchange Club will go out, find these people and help them out in their time of need.
Find them? Find them?
Find them, yes.
Find them? Like on the street? Or?
They have, I'm not sure exactly how they do it, but I'm pretty sure that they have people that go out and, you know, like maybe to, like say like the Father's House.
Yep.
And places like that. And they look for people who normally don't ask for help and try to help them in any way they can.
Nice. Well, can we throw up a picture of the flyer? So this is sponsored by the North Worcester County Exchange Club with music by Side Effects, of which Chris is the drummer. So you're going to have a 50-50 raffle. It's November 15th at the Knights of Columbus in Leominster from 7 to 11 p.m. Tickets are $10 a person, and it all goes to help the community.
Yes, it does.
Nice. Okay, so there's going to be food? There's going to be a band?
Well, there's going to be a band. There's going to be kind of like snacks and drinks, but I'm not. I don't think they're going to have food, but just basically like bar snacks.
Bar snacks, yeah. And there's going to be a bar open.
There is going to be a bar open. The music that we're playing, Side Effects, is basically 1950s to the present. So it's an all ages type show. We do.
So I can bring my kid?
Yeah, you can bring the kids. Especially for the seniors, if they're into the older stuff, our band will cater to that.
Oh, nice. So we've got a couple pictures of Side Effects. Can we throw those up on the screen there? Oh yeah, here you are. This is at
Ron Bouchard's car show.
Ron Bouchard. Yeah. So this looks pretty fun. Oh yeah, at the Racing Museum. So you guys play like 50s music?
50s music on up to today. We're not kind of like year Pacific.
Oh,
so
okay.
You might hear a little bit of country. You might hear a little bit of oldies and some rock and roll from today. We try to cater everybody.
I'll hear songs that I know so I can sing along.
Oh, that's what's great about this band is that all the songs they play, everybody knows.
Yeah, oh, that's a good time.
Yeah, it is a good time.
Yeah. So once again, the fundraiser is to feed the hungry for the holidays.
Right.
It's $10 a ticket. It's November 15th at the Knights of Columbus in Leominster from 7 to 11 p.m.
Right.
And so go, have a good time.
And I hope to see you there.
Yeah, have some dinner before.
Yeah.
Go see a band. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, they're going to enjoy it. This band is, I've been with this band for 6 or 7 years, and it's probably one of the bands that I most enjoy playing with of all the groups that I play with.
Okay.
So.
All right.
It's going to be fun.
Thank you so much, Chris, for coming on.
And thank you for having me.
All right, so we're going to take a short little break here, and then we're going to talk about another way to eat, breakfast for the bands. North Central Journal on FATV. Okay, so up now, I'm talking about breakfast for the bands, sponsored by the Club of Fitchburg Rotary. How do you say it?
Rotary Club of Fitchburg.
Rotary
Sam.
Club of Fitchburg. Thank you, Glenn.
Yes.
Glenn Fossa, the president of the Rotary Club of Fitchburg.
2019.
Alexander Vera, the sergeant at arms.
That's correct.
Of the Rotary Club of Fitchburg. Thanks for coming on.
Well, it's always a pleasure, Sam. Of course, I get nervous because I don't do very many television appearances anymore.
I'm sure you do. Yeah, it's it's very nerve-wracking when you've never done this before.
Congratulations on your win, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Abstractly.
Thank you. Yeah.
So Rotary Club of Fitchburg, once again, Paul Garvin, an incredible force behind Breakfast for the Bands, will be, unfortunately, for the first time in over 20 years, out of town for the Breakfast for the Bands. So I have to take the place. John Tater, Rotary Club of Leominster,
Yep.
president, will be there as well. And of course, this is a great event that raises funds for both bands and the school band group for both Tabitha Greenlease and of course the Leominster group as well. And it's really a great event. So many folks show up. Tickets are $8, November 24th at the door or advance sales. And I don't think I'm supposed to mention price, so I didn't, so we'll just erase that.
Okay, so we do have a flyer for the Breakfast for the Bands, so we can put into a picture everything that Glenn just said. There you go. Breakfast for the Bands, sponsored by the Rotary Clubs of Fitchburg and Leominster. So that's Sunday, November 24th, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And this is at the Leominster High School cafeteria this year, which is 122 Granite Street. General admission is $8, and children 8 and under are free.
That's right. And of course, this year we switch off every year. The game will be in Fitchburg. The high school Thanksgiving Day game will be at Crocker Field, wonderful Crocker Field.
Historic
and of course,
Crocker Field.
Breakfast for the Bands will be at the Leominster High School. They put on a great breakfast. We'll be there doing something that day. We have a whole bunch of folks that help out from both Rotary clubs and some other volunteers.
Oh, you can always count on the
nice.
football teams to hand out the food.
And they do.
And the superintendents and a lot of the school staff.
Yeah, Bob Jokla will be there, and of course, Superintendent Deacon from Leominster High School, Leominster School System.
Yep, so the bands, they were at Fitchburg last year. We've got a couple pictures of the Fitchburg bands if we want to throw those up on the big screen. Yeah, there we go. So it's not a battle of the bands, but both bands do play.
They do.
So we get to hear the Fitchburg band, and then we get to hear the Leominster band, and vice versa. So this one was at the Leominster a couple years ago, where you can see the Leominster football players are serving the food.
Yeah, and of course it's star-studded. The mayors show up. Superintendent Paula Deacon came for a planning session. She'll be there as well, and of course all of the folks that represent both cities. It's just incredible.
And you can eat school just like you did in high school, right at the same table. It's like a nostalgia. Right, Alex?
Definitely. I went to Monty Tech, so it's, you know, it's going to be definitely a first experience for me. But I think that what's so cool about this, not only has it been going on for over 24 years now, but we've raised over $100,000 over the years for both the Fitchburg High School and the Leominster High School music programs. So it's definitely a great fundraiser, and it's a great time.
They use that to do instruments and the band uniforms
That's right.
and everything
That's
everything they need, the travel, whatever.
Yeah, I think last year's number was somewhere around 4,500. Alex is one of our newest members and Sergeant at Arms for our club. Incredible new member. He brings so much energy and represents Fitchburg well.
Oh yeah, he's been selling me me on the advertising. He's real good at it.
Well, you're always welcome. You know that.
So we've got a picture of the superintendents. So can we put that up? And so there's Bob Jokala.
There he
was
is.
serving last year. So I imagine Paula Deacon will be serving in Leominster.
She will be.
And there we go. There's Paula
There she
Deacon
is.
wearing the Blue Devils. So we have Bob Jokala wearing the Fitchburg Red Raiders. Yeah. So it's a fun Twin City event. It's a good precursor to the Thanksgiving Day game where we battle it out.
It really is. We've seen, of course, our relationships with Fitchburg and Leominster grow over the years. And of course, Superintendent Deacon is from Fitchburg, and of course she is employed in Leominster. So her hat is in both places, but for sure she'll be cheering the blue and white.
Yes, well, she's obligated. But you know what she really wants to cheer for. So the breakfast is a really good breakfast for $8. I've got a picture of the breakfast, if we want to throw that up on the screen too. There's eggs, there's bacon, there's French toast, there's pancakes, there's fresh fruit, chocolate milk, regular milk, orange juice.
A little bit of everything.
There's like syrup. Oh, there was cornbread this year. There's toast. Can we throw that on the big screen so everyone can get all hungry? Oh, not me, not me. There we go.
There it is.
Oh yeah, look at it. See, that was my plate of food.
I was on the French toast
almost ate all that.
last year. You see how great that was?
What was it? The French toast?
Yeah.
That was good.
It was awesome.
Oh yeah, look at it. Look, it's all fluffy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's some good French toast. There's coffee also. I see coffee in the background there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a good breakfast for $8.
Right.
And then there's also raffle baskets.
Right.
So you get a chance to win.
There are prizes. There's raffles at the door. Just so much going on through the day. We have a professional coming in to MC.
Oh, is Ben Parker?
No, it's
gonna be
Mr.
there?
Robbins from Leominster this year. Ben Parker is busy with WBZ.
Oh.
And you know, I was thinking, Sam, that French toast. You know, we've heard about Eggo waffles. Well,
Okay.
these were Ego French toasts. That's what they were.
Ego? Is that a thing?
That was my ego.
Well, I was impressed.
Well, there you go.
I took a picture of it.
There it is.
I was so impressed.
That's how it works.
Yep. So once again, Breakfast for the Bands, 24th year, supported by the Rotary clubs of Fitchburg and Leominster. It's a great event. It's packed all through the day, really. You could start at 8 a.m. all the way through 11. People coming in and out, and you'll see lots of people that you know. And it's only $8. And it all goes to support our high school bands.
Yeah,
Both of them.
incredible.
Right, and if there's still some time, you still have till November 15th if you want to be a sponsor on the placemat ad,
yes.
which actually Glenn has a sample there.
Oh yeah, so there's red ones and blue ones. All on on the tables, so you can either sit at a red placemat or a blue placemat,
Right.
and they have all the names of all the sponsors. So when you're sitting down and eating, you want to make sure to look and see who's sponsoring this event,
Right.
and make sure that you support those businesses, right?
Yes.
Because those are the businesses that are really supporting our community.
Exactly.
Right. Just today, we spoke with Mary Ann Melanson at Life Care Centers, and something special and exciting and new is coming to the placemat, which I'm not going to talk about. You have to come there
Something new?
that day
Special?
and see it on the
Crossword
placemat.
puzzle.
Oh, it's better than that. This is interactive.
Ooh. I don't know what it is, but I am excited, and I will look at it Sunday, November 24th, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. at Leominster High School cafeteria.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and support this. This is a community event. There are no lines drawn. This is just a great time for everybody and a great time for fellowship with Rotary Club of Fitchburg and Rotary Club of Leominster. Find out more about what we do as an international club in many, many different countries doing good work at the international level, national level, and of course local level.
All kinds of good things going on, Gwen.
Very good.
Thanks, Alex. Thanks, Glenn, for coming
Thank you,
on.
Sam.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that we forgot to add?
I don't think so, except, you know,
Make sure you
support
come.
Fitchburg often.
Yeah. Love Fitchburg. Love
where it's
Leominster. Love the Twin Cities.
Red, red.
That's right.
I'm a big fan.
Raider, Raider.
All right, thanks guys, and thank you for watching. We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to be talking with Monica McNamara and Dan Cormier and talking about the Coming Together concert 2019 at the end of December.
The people that I interview motivate me, and there are days that I might be very tired from working my real estate all day, and I think, oh, do I really want to do this? And I walk in here, and the lights and the camera come on, and I meet wonderful people, and voila, I'm motivated. People often ask me, 37 years, haven't you run out of interesting topics or interesting people? And there are so many interesting people. And I love spotlighting someone who hasn't gotten the recognition that I think they deserve. Your function as an interviewer is not to editorialize your opinions, but to draw other people out and ask the right questions that you'll get more and more from them. I'm still hanging in there after nearly 38 years. We're almost up to 38, so they'll have to kick me out because I'm not quitting.
Hi, welcome back to Discussing Fitchburg Now. I have Dan Cormier and Monica McNamara for the Come Together concert 2019 at the Senior Center.
Yes.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having us. We're happy to be here.
Yeah, we're psyched.
Yep.
psyched.
This is the third annual, is that correct?
This is the third annual,
Absolutely.
yes.
Third annual, and it's been awesome succse. First, the inaugural and the second annual, awesome
Yeah.
success.
Yeah, both years were, I think, exceed our expectations, and we are definitely expecting another sellout this year.
So when do you expect to sell out? Should we buy our tickets now?
So we have two options for tickets this year with two different tiers, I guess,
Yes.
of ticket sales. Our online sales launch on Black Friday.
Yep, it's the 29th, I think. Is it 29th of November? I don't know. Sounds
Yeah,
about right.
Thanksgiving is the 28th, so
Yeah.
Friday, Black Friday, the following Friday
Okay.
is the 29th, so we can go online and get them there.
Yeah, we're going to be announcing the link. If you just go to, on social media anyway, on Facebook, Come Together, Dan Cormier Friends Come Together, it should pop up. And we're also going to be selling tickets on Small Business Saturday at Eddie's Music in Fitchburg and City Music in Leominster.
Oh,
so
nice.
we can be able to get in
Perfect.
physical form there, but we're trying to get
More
tickets.
Twin City support.
Yeah, City
Yeah.
Music was great last year too. It got a lot of traffic into the music store, so we're trying to ease up on the physical tickets because it's kind of hard for everyone wants to go, and it's hard chasing people down. So this way, online this year, it's going to be a lot easier. We're going to be offering a general admission ticket. which is standing room, and then we're also going to be doing seated at a table.
Ooh,
And-
VIP.
Yeah,
is
and with
VIP.
the VIP, there's some
Yeah, your VIP package is
VIP
basically
experience.
a poster, concert poster designed by one of Fitchburg's art stewards, Leandro Lopez. So Leandro, I think, is somewhere in the studio now. And he is designing not only a poster for us, but also a t-shirt.
Yep.
So when you
cool.
purchase a $25 reserved table, you also get one of each.
Yeah, so
What a
there's perks.
bonus.
Yeah, there's perks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can we throw up the information right on the big screen here so that everyone can see what we're talking about?
You made that.
So the Dan Cormier and Friends come together celebrating the Beatles concert.
Hey.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Saturday, December 28th, 2019. 5 p.m. Is the doors. The
Yes.
show starts at 6 p.m. And
Yes.
this is at the Fitchburg Senior Center at 14 Wallace Ave in
Correct.
Fitchburg.
Yeah.
And so how much are the tickets?
So they're going to start at $10.
$10 for your standing?
For standing, and there's plenty of
For
room.
the cheap seats.
For the cheap seats, the rest of you just rattle your jewelry.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have the table tickets, and I think we're only allowed just about 500 people this year. And it fills up very quick, so like we said, we're anticipating another sellout, and yeah.
And so the theme is kind of the same as the last 2 years, which is kind of Beatles.
It's all
The
Beatles.
songs that you remember.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it kind of ends up being up to the artists what they want to choose. And so you get some pretty obscure Beatles tunes, but also.
The deep cuts.
Yeah.
Deep cuts, and this year, the first year we did it, I kind of made the song list and I went overboard and just like, this is what we're doing in chronological order. Last year we kind of opened it up to the different acts. Same thing with this year. The only thing with this year is we're opening up the song list to their solo catalog. So
The Beatles solo
You know,
catalog.
any of John's hits, Paul, Ringo, and George, you'll see some of those too.
Oh, cool.
Should we mention all the people that are playing?
Let's mention all the people that are playing, so let's pull that out. So this year we have the Quarry, great Fitchburg group. We have our dear
Absolutely.
friend Melissa Gates, who'll be backed up actually by my reunited high school band called Stash. We're excited for that.
Oh, I love it.
And then we have the New Soul Review, who also played last year. We're also featuring some students this year from the Fitchburg Music for Youth program. Then we also have Monica and her group of friends. And we have my other band, New Pond Fondle, is going to be playing again. And then I'll be doing my set at the end of the night. We also have a list of special guests this year. We have Fern Parker, we have Carolyn Sauls, Johnny Gerard, Jody Michael Ryan, we have Tim Cackett, we have, let's see, come on Monica, help me out.
I think that's it for special guests.
Johnny G, yeah, there's a whole group of people.
But
and
what's
talk about
exciting?
this year.
Yeah, so what's
community
exciting
room.
about having them special guests kind of in between while the big bands are setting up and breaking down is not only will they be featured on the big stage helping us out there, but we're also going to have an acoustic room, which is a separate room within the Armory that's also a resource room. So a lot of the people that are helping put on the concert, like New View Communities, Eddie's Music, the Cultural Alliance.
Guitar lead.
Oh, they'll have like tables set up.
Yeah, they'll
and you'll
have-
have acoustic musicians in there.
Yep.
Oh,
Exactly.
nice.
So there'll be even more reason to,
Wander around, yeah.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
exploring, and you could even like sign your kids up while you're there to get free music lessons, and they can kind of see what's already happening, and
Right.
it's almost like acts as like a feeder. Open mic type of program for bringing future people who want to play
Want to
with
be part
us.
of the show, and this, yeah.
Because to point out, the reason for this event is really a fundraiser for
Exactly.
the Music for Youth program,
Yeah.
which is supported through the Fitchburg Cultural Alliance.
Exactly.
And largely through the Come Together concert.
Yes.
So you've
Yes.
raised, what, $10,000?
Pretty close to.
15. In 2 years, close to 50. Well, The concert itself, I'm not exactly, but the Music for Youth program over the past 2.5 years altogether is about $15,000 in profits.
And it pays for lessons, it pays for instruments.
And this year, actually, too, we're also going to have a special drop-off area where people can bring in used instruments that they just want to part with, and people always have things that they just want to, especially musicians too. So those instruments will get passed on through that program. We're excited about that. But I think between the two concerts, we've raised just under 10 grand.
So awesome.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
So it all goes to support the Music for Youth program.
Absolutely.
Yeah, kids are getting free music lessons. We hope to feature a few of them this year. And then we hope to even...
And kids are welcome at this event.
Yes, all ages.
This show is such a family show.
I got a picture of a cute kid. Cute kid in front of the stage. You see that one, Jared? Can you throw that one?
That's your cute kid.
That's my cute kid.
Yeah, it's wonderful to see so many kids dancing in front of the stage all night. I mean,
there we go.
Yeah,
Can you throw
Iris.
that one on the screen?
Yeah.
Oh, look at how adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, Iris, actually, her mother took a lot of our amazing photos last year.
And the kids, and there's a bunch of kids there, and they
Tons of
dance
kids.
together.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, as long as they're not my kid, they're happy. They're happy and they're having fun and dancing. My kid's just sulking in the corner like,
Great.
And so the bar will be open?
Cash bar only.
Cash bar.
Cash bar only. We have Jimmy D's Barbecue coming back this year for food.
Oh, here's a good picture to show
That's
just
a great
how many
shot.
people.
Yeah, that's a full
This
house.
event sells out. Look at how many people are here.
Yeah, that was the first year, and that was probably at like 8 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
And so definitely expect a crowd.
Oh yeah, this place was slammed.
Slammed.
And so Roots Food, are they going to be?
No, Roots Natural's not going to be there this year. We're just going to have Jimmy D's. And
Jimmy D.
Jimmy D will be back
Jimmy
next
D.
year.
Yeah.
And like pulled pork sandwiches.
Yeah, there'll be a vegetarian
cornbread.
option, cornbread, the whole nine.
Yum. Jimmy D's.
And we're asking that people please carpool.
Absolutely.
Because parking is at a premium around
Parking's
the
crazy,
area.
yeah.
Although I always manage to find a spot
Boom.
not that far away.
Yep.
There's plenty of parking in downtown Fitchburg.
Yeah.
There is.
I'm just saying.
There definitely is. I guess I also wanted to just mention the groups that are going to be in that resource room are one of the big features I would say is that New View Communities is basically donating volunteers to us that are our art stewards.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, and so there's a training of the art stewards that they already graduated. There was 11 graduates from the past class, and they're on their 3rd week of the second session right now. And so they are going to be kind of helping everybody out all night. So we want to make it clear if anybody is having an issue or needs help with something, these art stewards will have their t-shirts that say that they're a steward and they're there to help. And also you can sign up to be an art steward yourself that night as well. So
That'd be good instead of everyone running around. Where's Monica? Where's Dan?
Right, we're also performing and donating our time that night, and managing a million different things.
Nice to have a lot of volunteers to help out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
As long as you can delegate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
So will there be other vendors selling any fun items? Like
No, but there will actually be. I got to remember this. There is going to be a raffle this year.
Oh, a raffle.
My wife has graciously decided to take upon herself. So there will be a Chinese auction with different things from local businesses. So that'll be happening as well. And the event itself, I mean, it usually lasts anywhere between 3 and 4 hours. So it's kind of a long night, but
so like ends at 9 p.m., maybe 10 p.m.
Maybe 10:30, maybe 11.
Yeah.
It depends. Yeah. It depends on the
Depends
flow of it.
how everybody feels.
Yeah, we have a great tech who works with us every year. Our friend Lennon on sound, coincidentally his name.
Lennon Woodbury.
And our friend Mike Higgins on lights. So we got it down to a science this year. And
Oh yeah, the lights are fancy.
the lights are always great. Yes.
Yeah, the lighting looks real good at the senior center.
Yeah.
Right on the
Absolutely.
stage.
Yeah.
Can we get a picture of the band on the stage, Jared? On the big screen here. Oh yeah, that's.
Oh, that's Mark. Yep, Mark and his incredible band last year.
Oh yeah, look
Mark Marquis.
We got horns.
With our friend Scott Babineau on the bass over there. Yep, they were great last year. And actually, while we're here, Mark has an amazing Christmas concert coming up. in December. He does it every year, the most peaceful night of the year.
At
so we'd like to plug that.
At the church in Leominster, the Stone Church?
Yes, yeah, I believe it's the 12th and 13th.
The First Church?
I think so,
Leominster?
yeah. So,
First Church, Leominster.
First Church? Unitarian Universalist?
Unitarian, yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so everyone's dancing. A lot of people
yeah.
know the music, so they're singing along.
Yeah, that's-
I mean, it's a good time, especially if you like the Beatles. I mean,
It's
if you
awesome.
don't like the Beatles, hey!
Can't trust you.
I think that we can't, you're right, we can't trust you.
It's a great way to end the year. I mean, that's what's great about. We could do this in June or July or whatever, but you know, it's post-Christmas. We like to say Christmas time is Beatles season. There's a lot,
Christmas time is Beatles season.
Well, I think for me, probably Monica, you know, George
Yeah.
Harrison passed away at the end of November. Lennon was assassinated in December, so you know, we're constantly listening to them anyway. But it's something about the time of year.
Yeah.
It kind of goes hand in hand. It's like Star Wars and the Beatles and Christmas time. You know.
So what gave you the idea to kind of do a Beatles tribute concert?
Well, this whole, I should say, I mean, Monica did a show for her birthday a couple years ago that benefited Fitchburg Music for Youth, and that was a celebration of 1967,
Yeah.
which was at the
Yeah, I
Star.
remember
Star of Love.
I remember like the hippie looking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we had so
that
much
was a
fun.
blast.
Yeah, that looked like fun.
And then I was in Liverpool actually at the Cavern
Right around the same time.
drinking beers with my wife, having a couple pints, and I wanted to do something in the city involving, at the time it was the 50th anniversary of Sgt. Pepper. And I was like, I gotta put a show together somehow, and then eventually it just became this idea, well, let's just do this show. I'll assemble, you know, 20 to 30 musicians that I know.
No
and
problem.
We're gonna donate all the money. Yeah, there's no lack of musicians in this area, and I can't tell you how many have expressed interest in the show. And everyone donates their time. No one gets paid for the show. It's months of work. It's a lot of rehearsals, and it's all for the love of the music and just for the night and its purpose. It's a really amazing thing.
I think we have a picture of the rehearsals.
Oh,
Can we
cool.
show that? Can we throw? Oh, there we go.
Hey!
This is what it looks
I
like.
love it.
This is what the preparation looks like.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's.
it ain't glamorous,
Oh, it's so
but it
yeah.
sure is fun.
So much fun at the house. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. And hey, all right.
There you are.
Dan's basement.
Yeah, there it is.
Penny Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the cave. Yeah.
Well, Dan and myself are also, you know, committee members of the Fitchburg's Music for Youth program. So I think that it's not just about this concert
Right.
for us as well. It's about like creating sustainability for children to get affordable lessons, but then we want to also show them like this is a lifestyle that you can maintain. You can be an artist, and artists within our community are valued, and they do serve a great purpose.
Absolutely.
And you know, we also want to support other local artists being compensated for their work as well. And we think that when we help kids kind of learn that they can do this, so that also we have to advocate for them in the future and kind of see them through this musical journey. And so that's why we put a lot of thought and a lot of work into the committee itself. And
Do you
feel
help teach the kids?
Not quite there yet. We're kind of on the path to finding a place at some point. Right now, it's through Eddie's Music downtown.
Yeah, Eddie himself does give lessons, and then he has a few hired staff, and we've had conversations even
Here's
about
the Music for Youth kind of flyer, so you can see. We have Eddie's Music on there, and the Fitchburg Cultural Alliance is the fiscal sponsor, and
Right.
for, you know, to support that. So all the money that you donate to Music for Youth, you know, directly is tax write-off as well, because it's a 501c3.
yes, if anybody is
For monetary donations
Yeah,
to support
absolutely.
Music for Youth. You can go to the Fitchburg Cultural Alliance website. I think it's fitchburgculturalalliance.org, and you can donate, directly to the Music for Youth program.
Yeah, people
Yeah,
did
if you
that.
can't make it,
Yeah, if you can't make it
people
to the
were nice enough to
concert.
do that. Yep.
right?
Yep.
Or you could just go to City Line or City Music.
City Music in Leominster, yeah.
City Music in Leominster
And Eddie's.
or
Eddie's Music.
Eddie's Music in
Yep.
Fitchburg, and just buy tickets.
Buy tickets before they're gone, and once they're gone, that's it.
Yep.
That's it. The show's sold out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of.
Okay. Well, is there anything?
I
that we
think,
missed?
yeah, I was going to say something real quick because
Sure.
I went to Fitchburg High. I was in marching, concert, and jazz band all 4 years, and the Breakfast of the Bands was an incredible event. And
Did you play at the Breakfast of the
Oh
Bands?
yeah,
Oh, fun.
all the time. And you know, events like that.
It's been going for 24 years.
Yep, class 2000. And you know, all the money does go to help us.
2000.
Yeah.
05.
Okay. So I think the Breakfast of the Bands, you know, it's one thing to see your child or the youth playing in the jazz or concert band, but I think when kids come out and they see that there's this level of talent in our area on stage, playing these songs that they probably heard in their car with their parents, I think that opens their world up a little more, because I've definitely known a couple kids who went the first year, and now they're taking lessons, they're wearing, you know, Jimi Hendrix shirts, and they're like, that was a great night. And so it's really nice to see the youth be exposed to that, because these days, you know, it's either Spotify or you're out and you're actually seeing someone really doing
When you
it.
make your own music, you know, then you're inspiring the children. They see that they could do it too.
Yeah, and they can be a part of it some year. I mean, we're planning on doing this for as long as we can.
Well,
so.
at the Come Together concert, you have a group of the Music for Youth kids.
Yeah, this year, yep, they'll be part of the show for a couple of the songs, so it's, yeah.
What do you get? Who do you get? Do you know?
We don't know yet. I think.
What are they playing?
Well, so there's a few different spaces in the city where lessons are being given. There's
At
also
the Longsjo Middle School, is that one? Eddie's Music?
Eddie was doing an after-school program there. But like we were saying, we're kind of moving
place.
forward to, we're looking for a building. We're looking to create our own curriculum, really. We've spoken to like the YMCA about doing a program there. We've spoken
Because they have
to,
after-school programs already.
Exactly.
The Boys and Girls Club.
Yep.
and the McKay Arts.
Oh, yeah.
They made a transition this year. They're no longer private. They're now public school. They were
That's right.
private. Weren't they privately under the college?
They were administration was run by the college, but now the administration is taken over by the Fitchburg Public Schools, yeah.
Right, and so that switched like a few different things with, I guess like rules about teaching there.
Yeah.
And so, but we're looking to start more conversations with them and the Fitchburg High Band and kind of, I mean, we chose the name Come Together, and we chose this mission really to bring all of the kind of fragmented groups in the area
at the end of the
literally
year.
to one place. As many as we can. So anybody doing live music within the area, we want to, foster that growth. We want to support that growth, and we don't want these musical programs to go away. So you have to support the ones that are already there and then start building after that your own things. And so we want to give back to
And build
the
it
music
so that,
programs that built us up.
It's self-sustaining.
Exactly.
And it
Exactly.
sustains itself.
Right. We
Yeah.
can't
You're
tell
doing-
these kids, take
You're doing
take
an
a lesson.
excellent job already with this concert and just this movement.
Great, yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So can we put up this thing one more time so we can remind everyone that the Come Together concert, which celebrates the Beatles, is Saturday, December 28th, 2019 at the Fitchburg Senior Center. And doors open at 5 p.m. The show starts at 6 p.m. It lasts a few hours. Tickets are $10 for standing tickets. And
Yep,
if you
or
want
a
to sit
seat.
at the table, it's $25, and you get a T-shirt, and you get a poster, and you benefit the concert and the Music for Youth program all the more with your VIP ticket.
And everyone goes home happy.
Everyone goes.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
impossible to leave that night
Kids
in a
are
bad mood.
welcome.
Yeah.
All
Oh, yeah.
ages. Canned goods.
Canned goods. Yes, we have a.
Bring your
one-
canned
yeah.
goods
Canned
and
goods on.
your old instruments.
Yeah.
Canned goods, bring
Yes.
canned goods,
Yeah,
and
we-
bring your old instruments to donate for the Music for Youth program.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yep.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much for
Thanks for
coming
having
on.
us.
Thank you.
And thanks for all that you do for our community.
Oh, thank you.
Right back at ya.
Back at you, yeah.
All right, we are going to take a short break again, and then we're going to be talking about fostering change. Okay, we'll see you.
Chess Chat is the only television program in the United States that presents chess in the way we do it. We try to be entertaining. We try to actually inform, educate our viewers as far as the world of chess, which is a fascinating world. If more people took up chess, and especially young players, they would actually be exposed to critical thinking, learning logic. I mean, I think this is very valuable for especially youngsters, you know, at an early age, to learn to be critical in their thinking. Because I want to let people know that chess is a fantastic game, but it's also an art, it's a science, it's a sport. The world of chess has a wealth of information about chess. We could go on forever talking about chess players, chess events. I and my co-host will never run out of material for Chess Chat.
I think of wellness as such a broad term, because when we think of wellness, it's emotional wellness, it's physical wellness, it's social wellness. You know, there's all these components of wellness that mean something different to you than they do to me. And we're seeing that with the variety of guests that we get on, and they go, how does this connect to wellness? Because we always think of wellness as a component of health. You know what I mean? I believe in everything that we do here at FATV, you know, where it's community involvement, where it's volunteerism, where there's civility, you know, opportunity. So if my message can be to the community, my God, these are things that you can do to improve your health or improve your life or recognize these signs and symptoms before they really get to be problematic, then I've done my job.
And welcome back to Discussing Fitchburg Now. We are talking about fostering change with Lindsey English, the president.
Yes.
And Tina Charette, the vice president of Fostering Change, the organization where you support foster children.
Yes.
Yes. Why don't you tell me a little bit about Fostering Change?
So Fostering Change, we started it about 18 months ago, I think now, and it was created with the purpose of providing resources and financial assistance to foster children and their foster families. We both came from the foster care system, and that's actually how we met over 25 years ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Really? You
yeah.
lived together?
Yeah. We
Really?
actually were placed in the same foster home, and that's how we met, and have just, you know, remained very close pretty much ever since. And so we had a very stable foster family, our foster mother, and we kind of got to experience a lot of the things that happen with foster kids and the foster parents and the struggles they go through trying to just provide, you know, for the kids, not just the necessities, but being a kid. And so we had sort of come together with some things we had done and decided, you know what, you know, we can do a lot with our experience and we can do a lot with the knowledge that we have that's sort of insider, and let's see if we can try to help other kids like us and try to help them, you know, have a better life and get on a good track.
So what are some of the resources that maybe foster kids and might not have within their foster family structure?
Want to take that one?
Foster families get a stipend, which most people tend to misinterpret what that's for. And so oftentimes they'll say, well, foster families get money, you know, and so that should cover all of the expenses. However, that does not happen because the raising of a child is very expensive. And so, you know, foster families oftentimes don't have the extra resources to pay for school pictures, field trips, prom, you know, things of that nature. And
8th grade field trip or
absolutely.
The DC trip.
The DC, yeah.
I need these special backpack with
Yeah.
5 Nights at Freddy's.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Oh, yeah.
right. So that's kind of, you know, what we wanted to do was to fill the gap in between services and bridge the gap for the families. And so a lot of the resources that, you know, other agencies offer are for foster kids in a different manner, but they're not really going to touch on the small expenses like the school pictures or the field trips or
Life's little luxuries.
anything, you know?
That's actually the perfect way to put it, the little luxuries. But when you're a kid, getting your school pictures done or being able to go to prom or being able to go on an 8th grade DC trip shouldn't be a luxury. It should just be something that kids can have just like anybody else can have. And that was sort of what we were trying to, in a weird way, we weren't planning on bringing sort of an advocacy to foster families and foster children, but it's kind of turned into that a little bit when people know our story and know where we've come from, and they're like, oh, so you've lived that life, and we're not just, hey, we see this need, let's do something about it. Like, we had that need, and we saw what our foster mother did to make sure that we didn't have to go through that. So we, you know, kind of just started out with the two big things that we do is, the two most expensive things each year that any parent knows is back to school and Christmas. And I have 2 children of my own. Tina's got 3. So we know how expensive, you know, those things can get. So we said, well, how can we help kids in a way that we can get the community who can donate, so we can provide a little bit of an ease on a foster parent from having to purchase certain things, so that the money they do get can be used for other things that come along. So
a big kind of back to school push. And a big kind of Christmas support.
Yes. So right now we're actually in our Christmas push. We're actually in our 6th year of running our Gift from the Heart drive. Now, we've only been a nonprofit for 18 months, but this
You've
sort
been
of
doing
started,
it kind of informally for a while.
Yeah, for a while, and then we kind of were getting the sort of push and support that, you know, you should make this into a nonprofit. You can get more from the people when you sort of legitimize what you're trying to do. And, you know, so we went through all the filings and everything. And so right now we're doing the Christmas drive, which we started off with the kids in Leominster and Fitchburg, which was about 180. And then it slowly progressed to where it was Fitchburg and Leominster and the surrounding towns. And now we're in almost half of Massachusetts when we did the back to school.
Half of Massachusetts.
I think we're in about 25 cities, I think is what we did.
North Worcester County.
Yeah, basically Worcester north and out a little bit, you know, as far as like Pepperell, Townsend. So we're upwards at about 600 foster kids in that area right now that we're trying to help provide Christmas for. So basically what we've set up is a few different things. We have a lot of local businesses that are holding collection boxes for employers.
Here's an example of a donation box.
Yes, from our little donation tables. So we have we have boxes out at local businesses for people to drop off gifts.
So Christmas, you're looking for unwrapped Christmas gifts.
Yep, so unwrapped.
For kids age?
Newborn to 21.
Yeah.
Newborn to 21?
Yes.
21 is more of a gift card. We always try to encourage that, because there are some expenses that, you know, we don't know what they want to get, and sometimes they just want a gift card. And
so
I'm
is it largely a gift drive that you do?
Definitely.
Yeah, so this one, the Christmas one, is a gift drive. So it's either people can donate gifts that foster families, we have a day where foster families get to come in and pick from all of the gifts we've collected free of charge, and they get to shop for their different kids for their home. And if we get cash donations and stuff, we usually sort of fill in the gaps. The teenage group seems to be the big gap. Nobody seems to know what to get teenagers.
Electronics.
Yes, which is, electronics.
That's very expensive.
And makeup and that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know, gift cards we get for some of the older kids that we have in the system that are over the age of 18. We use the gift cards to give them so that they can sort of get their own thing.
Shop for themselves.
Yeah, because
So do you have like a shopping list of suggested shopping list?
So we don't have a suggested shopping list as far as that. We do have an Amazon wish list where we've kind of keep up with it throughout the 6 weeks, and we just kind of throw ideas out there. But basically any gift, whether it's clothing with the tags on it, you know, toys, coloring books, I mean, basically anything you could see in a store this time of year for your kids is going to be something that we will have some child or some preteen or teenager that would absolutely love it as a Christmas gift. So, and we do it unwrapped so that the foster families can take them home and wrap them with their wrapping paper so everything matches and under the tree. And
so that's the school drive.
Oh,
they were sorting out material.
His pictures of the back to school drive.
Yeah, so the back to school drive, we actually did 286 backpacks full of school supplies.
Wow,
and we did the
that's a
backpack
lot.
drive. Yeah, this was our storage unit. That's my daughter Miri on the right, and one of her best friends Kira. We were had some last minute requests come in, so we were in there packing them by grade, and we did kindergarten all the way up through college for that.
Nice.
Yeah, that was fun. They had a lot of kick out of. In this one, actually, it took them 20 minutes.
Putting together little
coordinating.
Oh,
they were color coordinating.
Stuff, yeah?
Oh yeah, they were color coordinating the notebooks to the backpacks to the folders. I'm like, this is gonna take forever.
Fun.
Yeah, they had a lot of fun, and it's really great for us too, because both of us, our kids are involved with what we do, and they both know where we came from.
And you're inspiring them to help out.
Yeah, to show them that
well.
there's no matter how much we might struggle, there's always going to be somebody who's going to struggle more than we have. So we need to give back in any way that we can, and people don't have to necessarily have money to give back. Sometimes it's just time, and that's our thing is we don't put a lot of monetarily, but it's a lot of our time and effort that we put into it because that's what we have to give. So,
and it all goes back to the kids.
Yeah,
that's always been the #1 drive. It's just give it back to them and having them.
And it helps out the foster families as well, because it can't be easy being a foster parent.
No, I mean, our foster mother, she was a single woman. She was divorced when we came in. She had 6 teenage girls at all times by herself.
Wow. 6
teenage girls, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. That was fun. It was an experience. So we got very lucky with her, but I mean, a perfect example of why we do what we do is we had a foster mother who came in, who is actually a friend of yours, who she came in and she has, I believe, 4 foster children.
Yeah.
And she came in, she got 4 backpacks for school supplies. And she said, she goes, my kids have been asking to go to the zoo. She's like, and it's just been really tough because you don't get a lot of resources. She said, but I've come in here and I just got everything they needed for back to school. So the money that I was gonna have to use to buy school supplies, she's like, I'm going home and telling them I'm taking her to the zoo this weekend. And we're like, that's why we do what we do, so that the resources they do get, they can put it somewhere else, because we can help and the community can help give these kids something that they can be proud of and that feel that support and that love, that regardless of the fact of who you're living with or why you're living there, that
family's family.
Family is family. Blood doesn't make it. Community does.
Everybody feels good. It's a win-win-win.
That's what we're trying for, yes.
So where can we donate? Where are the locations where we can donate presents?
So right now, the locations that we have, and I'm going to try and tick them all off from memory. So we have Art on the Rocks in Fitchburg. We have all of the branches of the Rollstone Bank and Trust in Leominster, Fitchburg, Harvard, and Townsend. We have the Leominster Credit Union branch on Adams Street, Fresh Air Sports and Air. I know I'm going to forget places. Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Fitchburg. I have the list on my phone and I threw it behind the couch.
But if we can go to maybe the Fostering Change Facebook page, or do you have a website?
So the Facebook page is Fostering Change MA on Facebook, and the flyer along with the Amazon wish list is pinned right to the very top of our page. And they
Facebook Fostering Change MA.
Yep, Fostering Change MA, and our logo was on the screen, so you would see that it was from us.
Can we throw the logo on the screen so everyone can recognize it?
Yep. So this will be our logo. You'll see on the page, and at the very top pinned is the listing of all the drop-off locations, and along with the Amazon wish list. We are running.
So if you don't want to physically go, you just order it online.
Yep. So on Amazon wish list, it's great because if you go onto Amazon, you see the wish list. You can add as much or as little as you want. You check out. It ships directly to us, so they don't even have to try and reach out to us. The people in my apartment building think I have a major shopping problem at this time of year because there's Amazon boxes all the time, everywhere on my porch.
That's a good problem to have.
It is a good problem to have, and we have a very large 10 foot by 10 foot storage unit that was very graciously donated to us.
To store all the supplies.
To store everything, so we have a place to put everything in there. We've had a lot of businesses and a lot of support come from the community, and they've come through year over year. They've come through to help us out, and we're really, really counting on them to come through again, because as I said, we've got, we've almost doubled the numbers of
families.
Yeah, we've got about 600 kids that we service that we're trying to get Christmas for, and we're running the drive until December 13th.
December 13th.
December 13th will be the last day, because our pickup event is on the 15th, so that it gives the foster families enough time once they come to get what they can from us, to see if there's any gaps that they need to fill in.
Okay, so say we have a foster family that is watching now and they would like to get involved.
Yep.
How can they sign up?
So if they want to get involved, they can reach out to us again on our page, Fostering Change MA. And because of privacy reasons, we don't get to know who the foster families are ahead of time to reach out to them. So if there's a foster family that wants to be put on the list for this event, they just need to reach out to their social worker, because we send out notifications to the Leominster office, the Lowell office, the Worcester office. With our notification, they reach out to the families to let them know when we're doing it. And then they just have to show up the day of the event, and they get to go shopping free of charge and pick out some stuff for their kids.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And then the back to school starts sometime in July, August?
July. So usually the back to school drive, we start usually around July 1st, and then we run that usually until around like August 15th. And then we, again, that was great, because this year we encouraged them to bring the kids with them.
Yeah, so
the kids can pick out the backpack.
Yeah,
it was so cute.
They were so adorable.
Because they got to come in and they got to pick out their backpack, and then they got to go to the stations and pick out their school supplies. Because those of us remember as kids, that was like the one fun thing about going back to school, was going shopping for back to school.
Trapper keeper.
Yes,
oh goodness, the trapper keeper.
That was the best part.
Oh my goodness.
Back to school, like Lisa Frank.
The Lisa Frank. That's what I was just gonna say. Everything.
And that's
Lisa
coming
Frank.
back.
I know Lisa Frank is coming back, and it was great because they got to pick out their backpack and pick out their supplies. So the kids got to do back to school shopping with their foster families, and the foster parents didn't have to stress the cost, because it was every single piece of it was donated. All the backpacks were donated, all the school supplies. I mean, we had scientific calculators and USBs.
Ooh,
so we literally had everything from a kindergarten, we had preschool, we had these cute little like ladybug backpacks and stuff.
I know.
Yeah, see, these were a lot of the backpacks.
Oh, yeah,
That's only about half of the backpacks we had out.
Yeah.
Got Haxie Hello Kitty there.
Oh yeah, we had Hello Kitty, we had duffel bags for some of the kids with the high school sports.
Like gym.
Yeah, the gym bags. We had some football players that came in. We gave them duffel bags for that. I mean, that was maybe half of the backpacks that came out. And the kids just got to go in, and they just were pulling through them and finding the ones that they loved, and then just got to, we had a ton of volunteers, and they got to go back to school shopping, and the families did not have to worry about a penny of a cost, and that was what we did.
Look at all the.
These are notebooks and binders. I mean, it was insane what we had for that. I mean, to be able to provide 286 kids with backpacks, and we still have a ton of supplies left. So we have social workers reaching out to us when the kids run out of stuff and saying, hey, we need more notebooks. All right, let's just, let's replenish them as we can to try to help keep that cost down as much as we can.
That's something also that's important. If there is a foster family who gets a placement, midway through the school year, you don't really have the funds available. You can always contact your ongoing social worker. They send us a message. Lindsey and I will pack the bag and either meet the social worker or the foster family and donate it to them. Sometimes we have other items that people donate, shampoos and things that may come up that you don't have right away.
Yeah, so we just urge any foster family that comes out that when they get placements and there's a need that they have, they definitely reach out to their social worker. And a lot of the times the social worker who are aware of us will reach out and say, hey, we have this request. Actually, you had a young boy that needed something to go to Boys State. He needed.
Oh yes.
She had this boy that
he made me really proud.
He had to go to. They went to Boys State, and they had this requirement, and he didn't. The foster parent didn't have the money for the sports jacket and stuff, so they reached out to us, and we had some funds, and we took them shopping to get what he needed, so he could go to Boys State. And it's things like that just those things that come up that you just sometimes. I mean, even parents, we need help, but we're trying to help these kids because it's not.
It's hard enough being a foster child.
Yeah, and a foster parent, and trying to provide them with all the experiences that everybody else gets to have, and so that's what.
And he got to go to DC.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and we had the 8th grade DC trip too.
And that's a good, memorable trip that all children should be able to do.
Yeah, they definitely should. So it's what we're trying to just. In any way that we can make it a little bit easier and ease that burden on a foster parent who's willing to open up their home and their heart to a child regardless of the reason, and to a foster child who's in a situation that they didn't ask for, but they're there and they need to make the best of it and just show them that, you kind of unfortunately only hear the bad stuff that comes out of DCF, and because that's what the news shares, and you don't hear the good stories that come out of it.
Many good stories, as you should.
No, and
that's why we're here.
Yeah, exactly, and that's sort of we show that there's good that comes out of it, and that we just want them to also see that it's possible. You just need to know that people care, and we were lucky that we had that. and we had that support, and now we're that support
Give
for
it
each
back.
other and give it back to them.
Nice. And then you'll foster that to your children who will give back. Here's
Oh, there's the flyer.
Here's the flyer. Can
yes.
we throw that up?
Yep, so Art on the Rocks, Leominster Credit Union, Family Federal Savings Bank, the Emmanuel Lutheran Church, Palomiola Dance in Arts in Sterling, Gardner Discount Furniture at the Mall, Fresh Air Sports and Air, and Rollstone Bank, all locations.
Ages range from newborn to 21 years old. All gifts unwrapped, new in box, and with tags for clothes.
Yep, and then we have, if somebody wanted to donate a cash check or gift card, we do have our PayPal and electronic. They can use our email or they can mail it to us. That's the mailing address. And then
197 Spruce Street, Apartment 5, Leominster, Mass.
Yep, and then our Amazon Smile, and then that's the link for our wish list where they can, if they just don't know what to buy, you can go on there and just click, 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 and off
And
you're
you
done.
can see the big version of this at the Fostering Change MA Facebook page, so
Yes.
you can blow it up on your computer screen.
Yeah,
See it real big.
make it really big to see, and we have links to all of the businesses as well on
Well,
there.
thank you for all you do, Lindsey and Tina.
Thank you, Sam,
Thank
for
you.
having us.
I'm so glad that you could make it.
Us too.
And thank you guys at home for watching Discussing Fitchburg Now. Fostering Change MA, you can go right to their Facebook page and learn all about what they're doing and donate yourself. And so, yeah, thanks for coming on. Thanks
you.
for watching. We'll